It's Milton Baptista, your Boston real estate entrepreneur. And right now I want to make a video about why all agents are not the same. So think about this, right? Are all doctors the same? No. Are all lawyers the same? No. Are all cops the same? No, right? So it's the same thing when you think about real estate agents, right? So you have some people out there who they get into real estate because they're like, oh, you know, I see the checks, I see the money, all of this stuff, right? And those are the wrong reasons to get into this, right? So for myself, one of the reasons why I got into real estate was not only because of, you know, obviously the lifestyle that it could afford you after many years, but it's more so because I like telling cool stories, right? So I like having deals that are complicated, and I'm like, oh, you know, I had to solve this problem to get this deal done, or I had to drive, you know, an hour away to grab this document, otherwise we weren't gonna close on time, right? I like stuff like that. Like that's one thing that separates me from a lot of agents, right? And so for somebody to say, oh, all agents are the same, like, no, I could give you a million stories on how all agents are not the same at all, right? And so just taking that into account, one of the things that motivates me to keep on, you know, doing real estate and doing deals and things like that is that I have pretty like far off cool things that I want to say later on down the line, right? So for instance, I speak more than one language, and so I want to do a multi-million-dollar off-market deal where nobody speaks English at all, right? So that sounds like something international or whatever, right? But it's something that's far out there, and it motivates me because I'm like, I know it's possible, right? And I'm like, okay, I want to do it one day, so I'll keep going at this thing until I do one of those. And then once I do that, I'll come up with another idea for something else. You know what I mean? And I'm not in it just for the money. You know what I mean? I'm in it because I want to do these types of deals. I want to help people. I want to, help people say, I want people to later on be like, hey, because of you, I was able to do this and that and this. That's what drives me. And even if I wasn't doing real estate, and whatever I do, I'd want to have that effect on people, right? But it just so happens that I love real estate because I love putting deals together. I love being in, you know, places like this that are like really cleaned up. You know, this particular structure was in a fire not too long ago, and they fixed it up, and they fixed it up really nice. And so renting it out now. But you know, it's things like that that kind of, you know, that still drive me and keep me wanting more. And so that's one of the things that separates me. And so if you're an agent out there, you got to think about what separates you from everyone else too, right? And you got to come up with your own stories. You have to come up with your own motivation. And I can honestly say that last summer, I did 2 deals that I always thought I wanted to do, like I could do them. And it happened way before I expected. I'm like, oh, I'm probably like a year away from being able to make this happen. And I made them both happen last year, you know? And I'm like, oh, that's so cool I was able to do that. And those are 2 deals that I'm always gonna talk about because I'm like, yeah, this is how cool this is, right? So I'll share about those another time. I actually just closed a deal last week that I'm gonna save for another video later on. And that one, I'm gonna be like, this one was for Nipsey Hussle, right? But anyways, just wanna share that with you guys, and hopefully help some of the agents out there to get a little bit more clarity on what it is that motivates you and what it is that you wanna do and what separates you from somebody else, you know, because we're all different. We all have our own purposes in life, and we all have our reasons for doing what we do. All right, so thanks for watching, guys. Take care. If you need a real estate agent in the Boston area, Massachusetts, out to Rhode Island, get in touch, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Thanks.